I recently got a comment from one of my viewers asking about UGC. So in this video, I'm going to talk about why I hate UGC and what you should do instead. But first, real quick update on the old batting cage. This is where I am. I'm in the process of trying to get this artificial turf installed and set up. I'm at the point where I just want this project to be done and over with so I can move on to the next project and get the next one finished as well. But what I want to do is, so here is the comment from Django Spoon. So thank you for commenting. It is, what are your thoughts on UGC creating, especially for older guys, 50 plus? How would that compare to affiliate marketing? So there's a couple good questions in there that I want to answer. First and foremost, I hate UGC. I hate user-generated content. That's what UGC stands for. And the reason why I hate it is because a company, a brand, is going to pay you for your hard work. You're going to make a 1-minute video maybe. They're going to pay you, and then they have the opportunity to use that video for forever. They're using your name, image, and likeness, NIL, for as long as they see fit. There are mosquitoes all over, so I got to put my hood up. And the problem with that is they're going to pay you once, and then that's it. So maybe they pay you $500, we'll say, for a 1-minute video. They can then take that 1-minute video and use it every single day for the next 400 years, and they're going to make more than $500 from that one video. Now, it might be a good opportunity. You might feel like it's a good opportunity if you are looking for fast, quick cash, but in the long run, I don't think it's a great idea, right? When you compare it to affiliate marketing doesn't necessarily pay you a lot up front, but because your videos stay on the internet forever, you can wind up making more doing affiliate marketing. The only drawback to affiliate marketing is that you are only getting paid a portion of the proceeds. So let me give you an example. Let's say I am an affiliate for this batting cage. So right now I've got this batting cage, I've got the net, I've got all this stuff up. The batting cage regular price is like $2,500. The company that I partner with, they'll pay me 10% commission. So what, $200. I think that math is correct. You guys will check me on it. $200. In the very beginning, when I don't have a lot of views, I don't have a lot of followers, I might make a sale once a week, once every couple weeks. And, maybe it dies. Maybe they decide to not focus on that product anymore, whatever it might be. Cool, $200 versus if I sell my own digital product, I sell my own coaching packages, I can make more money over a longer period of time, because not only can I sell the initial coaching package or maybe a DIY hitting instruction, 10 hitting drills for 10-year-olds, I can then take that person that purchased and sell them more stuff later on. So you get $200 once for this batting cage, or I have the opportunity to make $2,000 from that same customer. So with affiliate marketing, you're basically going to sell other people's products and services. They get access to the email, they get access to the customer, and you do all the hard work. So what I would recommend that you do instead, the best route is to combine your own digital products and services with affiliate marketing. So what you're going to do is you're still going to create content. Maybe I create content about hitting for 10-year-olds. Why am I not focused here? You create content about hitting for 10-year-olds. And then you sell a digital product on the back end. You sell 10 hitting tips for 10-year-olds. Then inside of the hitting drills, hitting tips, you recommend the batting cage. So you go from just one revenue stream to 2 or 3 by creating content, affiliate marketing, and selling your own digital products. That way, you've got your customer that you've built. I don't know if you guys can see this. This is a L screen. You've got your customer that you've built, but then you're also stacking an additional revenue stream on top of that by recommending things that they need. So again, if I were to start off and I was in the baseball niche, for example, I would come up with hitting drills, and you don't have to be an expert. There are so many people on TikTok that aren't quote unquote experts. They've never played college ball. They've never played professional ball, that they're just giving their hitting tips, tricks, and drills. In fact, what you can do is you can go look and see the best drills that are out there and create your own videos, right? And all you need is a batting cage and the ability to create videos with your phone. Have somebody hold up the phone and you create the content. So again, what I would do is if I were starting in the baseball niche, I would create my own videos and point people to stuff that I own, which would be the 10 hitting tips for 10-year-olds, and then inside offer products and services. Now I can recommend a batting cage, a glove, baseballs, this L screen, PVC pipe, all of that stuff, and make even more money. That's the right way to do it, right? Think about Walmart. Walmart just doesn't have one revenue stream. Walmart has multiple revenue streams that they're maximizing the customer's dollar. So I personally feel like you should stay away from UGC because it's not the best way to maximize the amount of money that you make. Sure, it might be great for the short term, but over the long period of time, you're losing out on more money and more opportunity. The companies are piggybacking off of you, whether you're 50 years old, your age, and they're gonna use you while they reap the benefits. So personally, not a huge fan. Stay away from UGC. One way that you could do it is you make the user-generated content for them, and then you turn around and post those videos on YouTube or TikTok, and you still go the affiliate marketing route, or you sell a digital product. If you do that, that's probably the best of both worlds, but you've got to check and make sure that they'll allow that. Some UGC contracts say that you can't double dip, that you only can work with them, you can only create content for them. Check the exclusivity agreements. They might say that you can't work with our competitors. Like if you were a UGC creator for Nike, you can't work with Reebok or Puma, for example. So check all those things out before you get up and running. But at the end of the day, the number one thing that everybody should be doing is creating their own content. The other issue too with UGC is that as companies start to pull back, maybe their budgeting changes, you're going to be losing those opportunities. There aren't going to be as many opportunities out there. So let's say, for example, right now, there are 500 openings for Nike and UGC. If Nike's stock declines, if Nike doesn't make as much money as that they're expecting to make, they're going to reduce the amount of UGC contracts that they're going to put out. So you're going to have to constantly keep looking for that next UGC opportunity. But if you create content on your own, based on what you already know, your knowledge, skills, hobbies, whatever it might be, you have the opportunity to make more money over the longer period of time, and you're not relying on somebody else. In my opinion, UGC, you're like a contractor. Essentially, you are a contractor that isn't guaranteed work, and you're going to be constantly trying to find the next opportunity. So what I would recommend that you do, have you guys ever seen this infill? I was going to do this during the video, but can you guys see that? Maybe you can't see that. But this is the infill that makes the artificial turf really heavy, and I found that out the hard way. Anyway, I think there are a lot of problems with UGC, real short-sighted, but there are better opportunities when you go out and do it yourself. Let me know if you've got any questions. If you have any comments, if you've got questions and you like these types of videos, comment down below and I'll create a video trying to get it answered.